Hi everyone, welcome to Boldly Polished. Today I'm going to talk about my yearly favorites of 2015. My name is Leslie and hopefully I get through this fast because I feel like I was going to do the skincare and makeup together, but I think I have to split it because I just talk too much. But hopefully we'll go through this fast because there's quite a bit. I don't look like I wear a lot. Well, maybe I do, but I do. I have a lot of makeup. Or at least that's how I feel. So my skin is very, very dry, like I've been saying, super flaky, super reactive, super sensitive. So for primers, I don't look towards ones that kind of gear towards pores or anything like that. I look for one to help hydrate it and help my skin to kind of show less flakes, because that's the most problematic thing, hardest thing for me is to deal with is flakes. When people have flakes, they go like, oh, it's around my nose, around my chin. No, I have flakes like, maybe even here, who knows? I don't put foundation there. But so when I look for a primer, I look for one that's hydrating and hopefully help my foundation lay on better so I don't see as much flakes. So most of the probably good 60, like 6-7 months of last year, I was using this Too Faced Hangover prescription replenishing face primer with coconut water, electrolytes, and probiotics. It's silicone free. And this one is just to help kind of, the whole gimmick is that you're hungover, your skin looks dehydrated, you're dull looking, and you put it on, it kind of perks you up, hydrates you. And that's kind of what I want, but I'm not hungover. So I've been really liking this. On a more expensive alternative, I also use the Marc Jacobs primer. This one also has coconut water, and I think key for me is coconut water because it's just hydrating. So I like these both for primers. They smell like coconut water, but this one is the Too Faced and this one's the Marc Jacob, and if you look at it, it's just kind of like a lotion, like a light lotion. See? And for me, that's just a bonus because when I do makeup, like, you think your skin is dry, but when you put foundation on, then you realize that your skin is really dry. So this just helps me give like an extra little glow and an extra layer of hydration. So I put that on and just kind of squeeze on my finger first, and then just kind of dab, and then just kind of blend it like this. Because I don't want to go like this and work up some flakes, but go like this and hopefully lay it flat. And then for foundations, of course, I'm also gearing towards my skin type. So the one that I found that works the best, that's a true foundation, is the La Mer foundation. This one is in the color Porcelain 14. This is, I think, the lightest shade they have. Has SPF 15. I don't really care about 15 SPF. This is the one I just found that matches my color the best. And also, it has like kind of like a little bit of skincare benefits in it. So it just kind of helps me with my dry skin. Can I be any more repetitive? Apparently not. The newest foundation that I found that works kind of well for my skin, my dry skin, is this Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Youth Boosting Perfect Skin Foundation. I have the shade 3 Fair. This one is like a very light foundation, so it just kind of blends in. It's pretty sheer and it's really good. It doesn't really pick up the dry patches. So if people, like, if you're concerned about that, then this is pretty good. But for coverage wise, it's very sheer. But it's nice for every day just to even out your skin tone and kind of just give your skin like a little boost of color. The La Mer, let me do a swatch for you too. Oh, shoot, swear out too much. This hand has like so much product now, but this is the La Mer one. It's thicker, you can see. It's still pretty sheer. I would say it's light, max, medium coverage. The brush I use, by the way, just in case you're wondering, and it's the one that I've been using the whole year. It's a little bit dirty because I've been using it, obviously, for my face today. But this is not just today. I'll be honest. I don't wash it every day. I'm lazy like that. But this is the Marc Jacobs Face 2 brush. I bought this at Sephora. I like how it's tapered. And I also had the Real Techniques one, which is kind of like, you think it's kind of similar, you know, when you look at it. But this one is kind of angled to one side, and this one's a lot smaller. And I like how for this one, because this one, people use it, it's kind of like, you know, you go like that. But I find that this one just works so much better, and it's so much faster because it's a lot bigger. And also, from the way you put it, like, because my skin's dry, I don't want to buff anything. So I just take this and I go like this, and I just stroke it down like this, and hopefully like my flakes will show less. And it does, and it kind of just helps me with applying my foundation versus a lot of other foundation brushes are more about buffing it in, and I can't buff shit, just to be honest. Okay, and then the next thing I want to talk about is concealer, and honestly, I don't have much of a choice because I don't really buy concealers, but the one that I do like is this Lemire one. Yes, I have a lot of Lemire. It's this Lemire one. It's called Skin Color de Lemire. In the Radiant Concealer, it has SPF of 25. I didn't even know. And in shade light. So it looks like this. If you open it up, it has a little mirror and it has the product here. This has 0.11 ounce, so it's not very much. But the thing is, when you use this, it only has like this dent. I've been using it like over half a year, and it has this dent in here only because when I did my wedding, I let my makeup artist use this because I said this is because my skin's so finicky, like this is the concealer I use, so here you go. She like took her little spatula and just went and scooped out like a huge chunk, and like I had just bought it and I was like I'm a little heartbroken. But anyways, wow, I think my eyes actually really did tear up. Whew. That was a sad story. But I like this because you just dab your finger in there, right? And you get like product, and like it just has so much. Can you see that? Like the coverage? Use this brush, the Marc Jacobs, the Conceal brush. It's kind of like a miniature version of like this big brush in like a mini form. And then I just take it and I just kind of blend it in, and it just really brightens and kind of evens that area out. And it's like a little bit light, but at first it looks really white. But when you put it on and you blend it in, it just, for some reason, just works really well. My favorite powder for 2015 is the Too Faced Primed and Poreless pressed powder. It says Skin Smoothing Priming Powder and Finishing Veil. It's supposed to be like translucent, but if you look at the color, it's pretty white. You see that? I actually use this little sponge. I find it actually works best with this little sponge. I like it to go like this, just go like that and just press it in. Do you see that? Do you see that? Yes. And it just kind of makes your pores look, I don't know, something about your skin texture just look kind of like your skin's a lot smoother, kind of like you're like a little bit airbrushed, and like boop, 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 boop. Yeah. I actually really like this powder. I wash it, but I'm really annoyed because this little thing broke the first time I used it. Packaging wise, it isn't the best. Like, it has a mirror and it's plastic. It doesn't feel like that great, but the powder is great. So I would recommend this to anybody. If you have really dark skin, I don't think it would work because it's pretty light, but it just works so well to control the oil and shine, and your skin just looks kind of just like a little bit airbrushed. So my favorite little powder brush is the Wayne Goss number 2, and also this holiday special like one that he came out with, the Wayne Goss one. I forgot what's it called. I'll link it below. But these two, because I like this kind of shape for powder because it kind of gets into like nooks and cranny. This one because it's like perfect for like the under eye, so I can just powder over my concealer perfectly. So I just kind of go where certain areas where I need it to, and it kind of just works perfectly for my face. What I like to use this one for is I take like another powder. Right now I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury, or I just take, it's very finely milled, so I take a little bit and I kind of dust it off and just go very gently all over the perimeter of my face, just so like I don't get that tacky feeling, which I really hate. So these are my 2 favorite brushes for powders right now. My favorite blush that I used for my wedding, and that I just love, because this is like actually my first luxury blush that I bought, and it kind of set me on the course of buying luxury makeup, which is kind of like, you're at fault for losing me a lot of money. It's true. But this was a limited edition Givenchy blush that I bought a while ago. Some people might think that's disgusting, but I'm not throwing the sucker away because I love it. But if you look at it, it has a mirror. It still has that little sticker tag on it because I'm like a sucker for packaging. Like, I hate banging stuff up. And look at the blush in there. It's just beautiful. It's supposed to imitate the look of like rose petals falling, and it's like an ombre effect. And this one is in shade 2, Bucolic Poppy. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I will link it. This is actually a limited edition and it's from a while ago, so you can't really get it, but this is just what I liked. This is my yearly favorites. And it comes with like a little slider in the bottom with the blush brush in it. I don't use it. But this is just like a really pretty blush. It gives me kind of like a rosy glow. It makes you look, because the look I always try to achieve with my blush is the look of when you go outside on a winter's day and the wind's blowing you, so your skin looks kind of like white and paley, like you're kind of cold, but yet there's like a flush to your skin, and it just to me looks really pretty. And I always try to find a blush that kind of imitates that look, and this to me kind of gives me that look where it kind of gives like a little blush and like kind of like a flush to your cheek. Not like you have blush on, but like your cheeks are naturally flushing, and that's why I love this blush. I'm gonna keep it forever because it's fussy. The next favorite that I have for blush, I have two actually. This one's a lot cheaper. I actually don't even know where you can get it. I got it in my BoxyCharm, I think, last year. It was actually later in the year, probably like December, November, but it quickly became one of my favorite colors, and I like the pigmentation of it. It's not like the most beautiful like textured or anything, but it just has like a pretty color. This one is Studio Makeup in the color Wildflower Soft Blend Blush. It's not that soft feeling, but the color is just beautiful to me. Put that all over. Can you see that? It was a very light swatch. I just went like this, like lightly tapped it and kind of went like that. But yes, so this is like a natural everyday blush that I like to wear. Let me wipe that off with me. So I also really like that. Speaking of which, let me give you a swatch of the Givenchy one. Gotta blend the colors. See how it looks like this? And then, can you see that? It's just like a soft flush of color. I just like it. Okay, onto the eye makeup. I was trying to be really good last year, and I was, because I didn't buy a single eyeshadow palette, I don't think. The only ones I got were for gifts, and they were like little compacts, like duos, like a little Chanel duo and stuff, but I didn't really buy any like Urban Decay, Too Faced, any kind of palette. So my favorite palette for that year is actually an older one. It actually came out the end of 2014. This is the Chanel palette that has the 5 shadows. You'll see Lisa Eldridge talked about this and some other YouTubers, but this is the color Charming, the palette, and it comes in 5 shadows, and it has like the quilted pattern, and it's actually, I'm surprised it still has a quilted pattern because I use this so much, but it's just the perfect palette for me because it has neutral colors. It has one glitter, which I like because I like to put on my bottom eyelash, and it just has all the colors I need to do my everyday makeup. Perfect. It's like nice and compact. It comes with 2 little, what do you call it, spongy things, and I just think it's good. Like, the pigmentation is not like super pigmented, but it's not like sheer, so it's just perfect for me to do an everyday easy simple look. And this is my favorite palette of 2015. Moving on, my favorite eyeliner. Oh, I should talk about one eyeshadow brush. I just use a whole bunch of random shitty nice brush, shitty brushes, mostly shitty brushes. So I don't really have a favorite eyeshadow brush except for this one. This is the Wing Goss number 7. It's just, can you see that? Really short, and I like how this one, it's soft. I like how you can just go like this and right up into your lash line, just kind of put the color there, because I don't like the color getting everywhere under your eye. And this one, I just feel like gives you a good amount of control. It's soft and it picks up the color, and it just works really good. My next favorites for eyes is the Shiseido eyelash curler. This is it's like a gunmetal color. I don't know if they have new ones. I've been using this for a long time now. I just changed the pads. I like how this one is actually like, can you see? Like, it's flatter than the Shu Uemura. I did have Shu Uemura for a while, but I would find that it's a lot easier for me to pinch my flat Asian eyes with that one than it is for this one, because it's flatter, and I feel like it just works better for Asian eyes. So, and also it's a good deal where you can just change your pads, because I don't feel like it's very rational to have to dispose of a whole metal curler just to get a new pad. So I really like how these ones, you use by pads, and you just keep, as long as the metal works good, then you can just keep it forever. My next favorite for eyes is Marc Jacobs eyeliner. I've tried a lot of eyeliners. A lot of people love the Stila one. I tried it. It smudges on me. I tried the Kat Von D. It smudges on me. I tried Tarte gel eyeliner, it smudges on me. I tried YSL liner. I tried like a lot of liners, expensive, cheap, whatever's, and most of them smudge on me. It's a bitch. And so this is the only one that really stays on for me, and it's kind of painful because it's expensive. But this is the black one. The next favorite of mine, I'm like holding a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, a lid just flew. Wow. My next favorite is, let's talk about mascaras. Well, my other eyeliner that I like, actually, before I go on, is this nude color by Babyface. It's called Gel Pencil. It's skin, and it's like, I really don't know the color name. Maybe the color name is Skin. It's an Asian brand, and it's Korean, so a good chunk of it is written in Korean, so I can't really read it. It lasts a pretty good time. I've tried it, like when I first got it, I put it on my hand, and then like I was rubbing it, and it just wouldn't go away. So when it does that, then I know it should be better. Like I have a good chance of it working out for me, because a lot of stuff that just smudges on my hand would never work on my eyes, because everything smudges in my eyes, because I have hooded eyes, and for some reason this eye just likes to, like, I don't know, fuck everything up. So this one I find is actually pretty good. I don't know if you can see it in this lighting, but I have it in the inner corners and on my waterline. My next favorite are mascaras. So along with eyeliner smudging, my mascaras have a lot of issue about staying on my lashes, which you can barely see, but because it's hooded, like literally like my folds in my eyes kind of go against my lashes, so it just likes to smudge all over the bottom for some reason. So these are the two that I found work the best for me. I've been using the Bobbi Brown one. This is the Intensifying Long Wear Mascara, and I just love how it stays on for one thing, and also look how tiny that wand is. Like, my eye's pretty small, so this one is like, I can get right up in there. It's very natural looking. It doesn't give you dramatic results, but it doesn't smudge. So I'd rather have something that's more natural looking than something that's super dramatic, but my eyes are black. So this is awesome. I forgot how much it was, but I'll put the price down. And then the next one that I like is the Cannonball by Urban Decay. A lot of people really like this one, and I also like, it's a waterproof, ultra waterproof mascara. So if you look at, this is the wand. Maybe compare the two. Then you'll see how tiny the Bobbi Brown is. See? Bobbi Brown, Urban Decay. It's just, I just like how small that wand is. But this one is actually really good. Say like, I wore this for my wedding, because this one is, if you think you're gonna cry and you need something really long wearing, this one is a little bit more dramatic, but not overly so. But I just like it because it doesn't smudge. So this one's really good too for me. The last thing for my eyes is this. I got this in my BoxyCharm, I think, or maybe it was when I started Ipsy. I can't remember, but it's It Cosmetics Brow Powder, Universal Eyebrow Pencil, and Universal Taupe. So it only comes in one shade, I'm guessing. And it comes with, obviously, an eyebrow pencil in this color. It's, don't break it. So that's how it looks, the color. And the other side comes with a little spool. I actually don't really like this spoolie. I mean, it works. I do use it when I need to, but I like it when it's a little more tapered, so you kind of get in there better. But it works, and I like how it comes with both of them in like one little package. It actually lasts a really long time, because this is like a sample, like a deluxe sample when I got one box, and look at how much I still have left. I think I have more, yeah, like this much left. So a little goes a long way, and it just, I don't know, it just makes your brows look very natural. I'm wearing it today. I'm wearing basically everything I'm talking about. How do my eyebrows look? I'm trying to grow them into hairy beasts. Beasts. Not caterpillars. Beasts. Anyways, so that's my favorite eyebrow pencil. I used to use the Benefit little brow thingy, Gimme Brow. And I still really like that one. I just ran out of it and I haven't repurchased it, but that one's really good too for like every day. Last couple of favorites. Let's just bang this out. Okay. Lip product. My favorite is the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in Bezel, which I'm wearing right now, number 10. I just love this color. I love reds. And this one just really when you see it in real life especially, it just kind of like is very vibrant. And it just kind of really sticks out, and it just looks pretty and it stays on like a really long time as long as you don't eat anything oily and then you can get all over. But like if you just drink stuff and you're careful with eating, it could stay on all like the whole day. Like this shit's bomb. Or as Selena says, the bomb. Anyways, the last beauty favorite is actually not for face. It's actually a nail polish. This is my all-time favorite nail polish. So of course it was my favorite for 2015. I used it for my wedding. I used it whenever I want to wear nail polish. It's the Chanel number 18 in Rouge Noir. This is actually a limited edition one again. They kind of took the same color and kind of revamped it into the color Vamp. Like the number 18 I think is also Vamp. But that one has glitter in it and I just don't like glitter on my nails really. Unless it's like a specific like little glitter top coat that I put on myself. I don't like colors that come with metallic sheens or anything in it. The formula is great. It's like pretty opaque. So you can get away with 2 coats. I always do 2 coats regardless. But this one's awesome. And the last couple things I want to talk about. My favorite fragrance of last year was this perfume. This is my favorite scent of last year, obviously because I used up the whole bottle. This is the Valentino. I think it's just Valentino perfume. It comes with like the flowers on it. But I had the little cap, but it broke, so I threw that away. But this is pretty. I don't know how to describe it, but it's pretty. Just smell it. Let me know what you think. I just can't describe it. Just it's light and just pretty. A little bit powdery, soft. Is that how you describe fragrances? So one of my last favorites, this actual item, is these baby Q-tips by Daiso. It's either baby cotton buds. It comes in 200 pieces in this little thing, and it's only like $2 or $1.50. I forgot how much it is at Daiso. And look at the size of this. It's just so tiny. This is a regular one, and this is the little baby one. Can you see that? Like the comparison? And the cotton on this is just so good because this is actually Q-tip, and you see like there's like little threads coming off of it, and this one is just like nicely densely packed. So when you do your eye makeup, if you have like a little dot or you just need to fix your eyeliner to make that perfect line, you just take this and you just go like that, and this saves me. I use a couple of these every single time I do my makeup. Daiso, $1.50 or $2, whatever, and you get 200. And if you wanted to, they also come in these pre-packaged packages. If you look at it, each one's individually wrapped, and these are awesome if you go traveling. I just take like a little, probably like 5, 6 of them, or like whatever little roll of it, because they're sanitary, because you just put it in, and if you need to, you just open it, or you put it in your purse, you just open it. This one only comes with 80 for like the same price, but I usually use this at home, and then this one only for travel, or if I need to keep one in my purse. And it just makes things so much easier for touch-ups on your makeup. Let's talk about one last thing. This was my favorite accessory 2015. It's like these little collar clips. Yeah, let me get close. But this is my favorite accessory of 2015. It's this little collar clips with little fake pearls on it, and this thing kind of detaches, so if I just want it like this, I could, and it just clips onto my clothes and it doesn't puncture holes in it, which I appreciate, because I know some of them just kind of pin through. But this one I actually got at the Rose Bowl flea market at like a little stand that showed just fabrics, and yet randomly on this little table I look and I'm like, what is this? This looks amazing. And yeah, that's what I bought, is this. But I just like to put it on any of my collars. Sometimes I even put on sweaters, like I think these are called sweater clips actually. But yeah, so I like to wear on my collars, and I just feel like it just makes an outfit more unique. Like you can just wear a plain white shirt and everyone wear a plain white shirt. Anybody can wear one, right? But like you put this on and it's kind of like a little different, a little more unique. So I've been here for a while now talking, so I just want to quickly sum up what my favorite moment was of last year. And there was a lot of great things that happened to me last year. Like I found out 2 of my sister-in-laws, they were pregnant. People got engaged, like just so many awesome things. My brother moved into his new apartment. I don't know, it's just like so many things happened. But for me, I guess personally, was I got married last year, and I had a wedding in LA and I had a wedding in Vancouver, and honestly, like a good chunk of the year I was just super stressed just because of that. So like it was amazing. At the same time, it was like bloody awful. But my favorite moment was certain moments during the day of the wedding in LA. I did that first. Was when me and the bridal party would just like look at each other and we would just like high five each other and we would just like cry and everything would be like, this is awesome. And then at the same time, it was just like family was all around, you know? And it was just like an awesome moment for me. And like for me, like also when I was in Vancouver, which is when my side of the family was, it was just amazing to me when I looked around and I just saw all these relatives I haven't seen since I was a kid, and they were just happy for me. And I was just so happy. Like I didn't think I would be, but I was just so happy to see their faces and to see like my little cousins that I haven't seen since I was like probably like 15, 10, all of a sudden grown up and taller than me. And I'm just like, oh my God. It was just a special moment for me because I don't know when's the next time we will ever have a get together like that where I see like those relatives, because they're kind of distant. They're like my dad's cousins kids, you know, like my second cousins, you know. Like I don't know when's the next moment when I will have an occasion when all of us is going to be together eating, hanging out, drinking, you know. Like it's just, it was a special moment to me. So that was probably one of my favorite moments of last year. Most people say of their life, but we shall see. And my last favorite that I have to mention is an app called Dragonville, where I breed dragons. I'm on it every day. So if you guys play it, message me and I'll add you and we could trade gems. Just saying. I just really loved it that year. I'll probably love it this year too, but I just really like that game. And that kind of wraps up my yearly favorites of 2015. That was all the beauty stuff. And if you watched the other video, my skincare stuff that I've liked for 2015. And I hope I didn't talk too much. I know I did. I'll try to edit as much as I can, but sometimes like it's hard. But let me know what you thought, and if you made your own yearly favorites, or just tell me what your favorite thing or a couple of things, but top 3. Let's try to do top 3 2015. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Bye.